It actually took us one day to find this house. We thought it was absolutely perfect.
You have an adjoining attic space, correct?
So whatever is in their house is in our house, and it's been vacant for years.
My gut tells me there's a whole lot of mold, and breathing in mold can be deadly.
I go to bed at night and my skin crawls.
Holy cow, this is totally weird.
Hi.
You must be Kelly.
Yes, I am.
Mike.
Come on in.
My hands
Welcome.
are freezing because it's
That's
below,
okay.
below the Arctic weather outside. I'm sick
Constantly.
of it. I'm actually quite sick of it.
Oh, so am I. I want spring. Come on in. It's freezing out here.
Cara, Kelly, and their son, Ben, purchased a new home. The whole idea was to start fresh, new life, especially with a new boy. Well, this is kind of
Welcome
nice.
to my house.
This is kind of nice.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
been, I can tell, renovated.
We didn't do any of the work, but yes. This was our first house, and it actually took us one day to find this house. And we thought it was absolutely perfect. The backyard goes on forever. A room for us, a room for Ben, and that's all we needed. Mommy wants to tell you a secret.
Cara, being the worker of the family, decided, I can fix this house. You know, there's mold in the attic. That's what the inspector said. I can take care of that, put a new bathroom. Well, they were in the house for about a year when Cara actually went into the attic. Why don't we just go upstairs and start talking about it,
Okay.
because I have a ton of questions.
Fire him.
Okay.
Okay,
After you.
upstairs.
Thank
All
you.
right. Come up my very narrow hallway.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
This is very, wow.
Cara's a very handy butch. She knew what she was doing, so when we looked at the house, she said, okay, these are the things I know that myself and my father can do. We can put extra banisters on the stairs so Ben doesn't do a header through them. We can do these kind of things. It seems like all the renovations that we need to do would be minor, and we can move in right away. Okay, so this is where most of the issues have been.
I gotta tell you, when I was walking up to the house, I saw a little critter come out of the roof next door.
Okay, squirrel,
So
yeah.
I got a feeling you have squirrels up here because you have an adjoining attic space, correct? Okay.
They are so loud, it's incredible.
Having squirrels in the attic can be a very big problem. They like to chew on electrical big time. They will move all the insulation around if there's any up there. Here's some of the things I do know. Kelly's house is attached to an old house, so it's an attached home. Problem is, no one's lived in that house for 12 years. There's been no heat, no hydro, no water. Animals live in that house, which is now contaminating Kelly and Ben's house. Homes of this age usually don't have a wall in the attic to separate the two dwellings, so it becomes potentially a dangerous situation. That shared space means that any contaminants like mold or critters from one house can invade the other. And if there's a fire in the neighbor's house, it can quickly transfer to Kelly and Cara's through the attic. By today's code, you need a wall in the attic to keep the home separate and protect against fire quickly jumping from one house to the next. It may not stop the fire, but it will slow it down to give homeowners time to escape.
Cara took a week off of work to get some things finished. So the first thing she did was she took a ladder into the bedroom and she opened the hatch and popped her head up into the attic to try and see what we were dealing with.
So how long did she go up there?
She was
Did
probably...
she get into the attic?
No, she couldn't. Basically, she could get her head and maybe part of her shoulders up there.
Very small.
Yeah. She was huffing and puffing for probably about a couple of hours, trying to get pictures, trying to get a better idea of how we might actually be able to get up there so she and her dad could go up there and put the firewall up. She spent the next day recocking the tub, and then the third day after that, she started not feeling well. She just couldn't breathe. We went to the doctor and she said, you know what? You're young, you're healthy, this is a viral thing, and you're just gonna have to wait it out.
Okay. Oh, okay. The plaster's coming down definitely because we have a moisture buildup, and I see moisture signs on the plywood alone, which means there's a crap load of moisture up there. Within 3 days of her being up there, she started to get very sick. Within 2 weeks, it took her life.
And they realized what had happened was her lungs had completely filled up and she couldn't breathe. And she basically had a system shut down. Blastomycosis, which is the mold that she inhaled, is in derelict buildings. It's in rotting wood. It's in
I know all about
cottage.
that. Now,
Yeah.
was it in her lungs?
Yes, that's
So
what she. That's
there was
what
an
she
autopsy?
actually. Yes.
Wow. Okay, now that scares me.
What caused Cara's death was mold that she breathed in from somewhere. And because she had been working in the attic 3 days prior to her getting sick, I made the assumption that it was something that she breathed in when she was working in there because she wasn't wearing a mask.
Right now, we know the air is safe because you had an air test done.
Yes, I did.
No one has opened that access since the air
sir.
test was done.
Oh, God, no.
Okay, so that makes me feel safe, and
Well,
I feel
wouldn't have
safe for you.
I wouldn't have stayed in the house after I had the air quality test done immediately after Cara died, because if we were not safe in here, Ben and I were going to be out.
Okay, and how old is Ben?
Now he's going to be 3 in March.
Going to be 3 in March. And how long ago, I'm sorry, did Cara die?
Ben was 19 months, and she
So-
died last November. I go to bed at night looking at the closet and my skin crawls because I know that there's a major problem up there, and I don't know whether or not it was a factor in her death.
It's really simple. I want to make sure you and Ben are fine because I'm told you want to stay in this house.
Oh, yes, sir.
And I get it because it's the house that you and Cara bought together. I get it,
Yeah.
and I understand it, and I respect it.
I want Ben to remember his mama as a superwoman, because she was. She was a, I will give you the shirt off of my back kind of a person. I will take care of my friends and family to the nth degree.
Cara clearly was the, we'll call her the contractor of the family. She was Miss Fix-It.
Yeah.
Okay, now that she's not here, I'm gonna become Mr. Fix-It, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
And I'm gonna bring in a moving company. We're gonna move you out of here.
What I miss most is, of course, the physicality. Like, she's not here. She's telling me in my ear that everything is gonna be okay, but she's not there to throw her arms around me and tell me that it's gonna be okay. So this is Ben's room, and there's Mama and Ben at the cabin.
Well, they were in the house for about a year when Cara actually went into the attic. I guess she didn't realize having respiratory issues and breathing in mold can be deadly. Who did these?
That's, we spent a lot of time putting up decals. Cara did the tree for Ben. If it could be protected and preserved for Ben,
Promise.
That would be
so
great.
Is there anything else upstairs right now that means so much to you?
no,
Just this.
that's
okay.
it.
I'm gonna enjoy this one. I can tell. I just want to show you some of the things we gotta do. My gut tells me there's a whole lot of mold. I'm sure with the animals up there, they've disturbed any insulation that was there, biting electrical, lots of feces. It's a little tight here, Mike. We're gonna have to move all the pictures at the bottom and take all the pictures down clearly.
No kidding.
Let's bring the movers in and get them to box everything and just get the whole second floor out. Now, things that we want to do is the access to the attic is in this closet. Clearly, it's going to have to be opened up. I don't want anyone touching anything. I want the abatement guys to come in. I wanted it all tented. Even though Kelly wants to stay there, I still don't know how bad this is. So we're going to open it up, and I need to find out, can we fix it? Is it stable? Can they stay there? So Kelly told me she's bringing in the lesbian tree, which is a bunch of wonderful women that are coming in, and they're going to help pack.
Everybody to their stations? Yes. My friends have been with me from the moment Cara passed away. This is something that all of us have gone through together, and I think it's comforting for all of us to keep being together as we all go through the last year and continuing years. It's a strong family. Next shoe. I find the thing that sustained me the most this year is a sense of humor. This one never had enough material for my cleavage. Should I get rid of it?
No.
No?
Cleavage is always good.
If you can't laugh, you're just gonna be crying all the time. You just gotta balance it.
Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done.
Today is all about prepping, finding out what we're looking for. The guys spent a lot of time yesterday, and we'll be finishing it this morning, closing it off, wrapping it like a birthday present, sealing all the walls, the floors, absolutely draping it in, just to hold in contamination so we can get up into the attic and take a look at it.
Set that up again. Should we go up and take a look? Yeah, we can go up and take a look.
To know that mold was the major player that took Cara's life here, that's really concerning to me.
Let's see if I can get up here. Almost no insulation up here. Holy cow, this is ridiculous.
In Cara's eyes, this was a small fix. There wasn't that much mold, but there was enough to be a problem. Not realizing having respiratory issues and breathing in mold can be deadly.
There's some mold right here. You can see it's sort of furry. Yeah. Again, being up here, it's okay. A little bit of surface mold there. Oh, it's mold, but I mean, I've seen so much worse. How severe the mold is. Wow, this is kind of confusing for me because I just expected to see so much more.
Surprisingly, there was not as much mold as I expected. Still mold there, still dangerous no matter how you want to look at it. I just expected so much more.
So when I talked to Kelly, she said when Cara came up here, it was all ice sheathing, and they saw the mold, right? So that meant there was so much heat loss from inside the house in the cold zone in the winter, so they had an ice buildup on side of this. And I'll tell you, to have that much ice buildup, why is this not so much more molded? Young wood, old wood?
Old wood, that heartwood, naturally resists moisture, bugs, fungi. Well, it did its job. Young sapwood, that would have been molded like crazy.
There's almost no insulation at all on the other side, and it's as if there's like bays that are completely open, and then some stuffed at the edges, like someone came up and tried to stuff it to keep the critters from coming in. That's not going to stop them from coming in. No, not at all. You can see right here. Oh, that's a nice little nest right here. Yeah. There's another little burrowed nest right there. Lots of poop. That's a hell of a lot of actually squirrel poop. You can see that the chipmunks have been chewing on the wood. I'll have to get Frank to look at the electrical once this is all cleaned up, just to confirm. Chew mark right there. It could be underneath also the insulation. I don't want to touch anything else. I don't want to disturb anything. Let's keep it all down and let you guys do your thing.
Right now, I'm taking over Cara's job. That's my job, is to do what she was going to do, and that's make sure that the house was safe for her family.
We took the swab to find out if it's mold, what type of mold it is, and if it's the type of mold that killed Cara. And we're gonna send it out to the laboratory to do the analysis.
Well, it's been a year, and I still don't know where she got it. And unless somebody goes up in that attic, I'm never gonna know, because it's the answer that I have been waiting for, that her family has been waiting for, and that her friends have been waiting for.
For years now, I've been filming mold abatement removal. That's what abatement is, removal. And I keep talking about it. You know, it's not too often you hear someone dying from it. This is one that is a little scary for me. Why? Why did she die? What am I going to do to fix it? Well, I'm going to come in, I'm going to make sure I take over Cara's wishes, her dreams for Kelly and for Ben to make it right. Surprisingly, after coming down and taking a look at everything, there was not as much mold as I expected. It doesn't matter, it's the same cleanup, whether it's 200 square feet as to 10 square feet. It still needs to be cleaned.
All the areas are sealed off. We're gonna start the remediation. The remediation of the mold goes first. Apply antimicrobial on all of the exposed wood, and then media blast it. There's a few types of media blasting. What we use is soda, and soda blasting is actually penetrating the wood, and it gives out a better result. Soda blasting penetrates it deeply. The dead mold will fall on the insulation, and then everything is gonna get sucked up, cleaned up, and sanitized to make sure that it's safe.
So the remediation's done. We're good to go in here. So let's take down the ceiling. I want to take down the framing and the lath and plaster. And that way we can get materials up in the attic and start framing that firewall. Whole wall seems loose. Like all the plaster on the outside seems loose. That means the wall's gotta come off. And this job just got bigger.
Now that we're in demo mode, we might as well start with the bathroom, take that apart. I mean, it was one of those things that Cara wanted to do, was on her wish list. Since she can't do it, we're going to.
This neighbor's house has been abandoned. Obviously, you can see they haven't done anything to maintain it.
I mean, that neighboring roof is in very poor condition. It's been in state of replacement for quite some time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Obvious, even from here, there's a large opening in the upper roof on the neighboring side.
Yeah.
What we can do is install some metal flashing from the exterior. Try to block off those openings. The homeowners on this side, however, the roof's in good shape. It looks almost brand new. Visibly, I can see there's no drip edge on the homeowner side, so we can install a metal drip edge as another preventative measure. Squirrels generally gain access at that joint between the fascia and the roof line, so installing a metal drip edge will help keep the critters out. The yeast trough needs some attention. All 4-inch, which is a little bit older.
Yeah.
It's in bad shape. It's showing signs of wear. By putting in a new yeast trough too, we can also add smart screen because we know we have a critter problem. Adding the smart screen obviously, keeps leaves and debris out, but it's going to help keep the critters out.
What we're doing here, we're testing the slope of the yeast trough with water because aluminum is flexible, so therefore when you use the bubble level, it's not always accurate. Water always gonna show you the proper slope. How is it done?
Good, slope's good.
Thanks.
Today we're here to install 3 windows for Kelly on the 2nd floor. Make sure the frame is properly sealed, and we'll install energy efficient casement windows. We're here in Ben's room. We're moving the double hung window. It's a piece of crap. Basically very thin gauged vinyl. It flexes very easily. For manufacturing windows for years, you know what's good and what's not, and this to me is horrible, especially the top section. You should not be struggling to open these windows. They should be done with a finger. Look at this. So we're taking out this crap, and we're putting a vinyl casement window, no obstruction, and ease of operation.
What happened here, somebody installed the window with no flashing, no caulking whatsoever, so the water penetrates inside through the foam. And they left the foam exposed outside, which is ugly. Once that's soaked to the foam becomes very crystal. There's nothing there to hold any rain in. As the years goes by, as the water goes in, it gets leaked to the basement. Nothing here, no foam, no nothing. Just a couple little shims to hold it. The water will penetrate right through. I can put my bar all the way through inside. It's 5-inch bar went inside, nothing. What we're gonna do now, we take the window off, see what's the damage inside, and then we install a new window.
and we flash them all the way and cock it.
So how you been?
Really good, actually. It's been actually...
I think, if anything, Kelly and Ben were looking for closure on this house. I think she was also feeling guilty by picking this home, by moving into this house. Did it take Cara's life? Well, we made a hole in the room.
Oh, looks like a barn in here. Seeing the house again was a relief. It was astounding to be able to hear him say, we stripped back everything. There will be no more secrets.
We took this very seriously. We brought in all the right people. We're just cording all this off. You can even see some of the plastic up on the walls there that we have. We did all kinds of tests, came back negative. So I can clearly say Cara did not pass away from mold in this house.
Yeah. Well, I've been waiting for a year.
I don't know what did. I don't know. But I mean, maybe now that clears your conscience a bit that it wasn't this house that took her.
Once this is all behind me, I'm gonna have a fair shot at being able to forgive myself. Because this just happened so quick, and we had no answers. We barely even knew what questions to ask. And now I feel like we're getting the answers. I'm gonna be able to move on. It's really nice to know that I'm super safe in terms of being here, and that I don't have to hightail it out of here.
I think Kelly's extremely happy that we're here. One, we did have closure. Two, that we're gonna put it back so it's warmer, it's working properly, and hopefully a happy, let's call it, future for Kelly and Ben. That's what Cara wanted.
Even if Ben doesn't understand what's going on, he's now started to say, Om, Om, Ben, Om. As soon as we hit the sidewalk out there, he's gonna look up and go, Om!
Okay, I'm gonna do my damnedest to keep everybody on this and get this done so you can get back home.
I would love to get home.
Okay? Okay.
There's ice under here! That hurt! I'm just trying to squash you! That was so good! Oh man, that is slick! I'm gonna need a background
It was not mold from this house that took Cara.
It surprises me because my biggest worry was mold, specifically because I brought someone in as soon as Cara died with machines and opened the attic and looked up and said, looking at that beam, it's impregnated with mold.
It's dirt.
It's dirt.
It's dirt.
Good to know.
Now that we've gutted almost the whole second floor, we're gonna start from the top down in finishing stages. We're gonna have to do that firewall that separates the two houses. And with that staircase being so tiny, it's gonna be hard bringing up all that material. My guys are gonna have to be a little creative.
Perfect timing. Easy with the roof, Tyler. Nicole, are we the same size? This fits me perfect. I'm not meaning that in an offensive way. That sounded pretty bad to me. Did it? It's like when you say they're the same size as me, and obviously I'm way bigger than you. Like, kidding me? I'm working out? I know, man. Got it? I got it, guys. No worries. We got it. Nothing like a lot of space to work in. Good. All right. Derek and I have put our bottom plate directly through the wall underneath. That way there's continuous structure from the roof all the way down. If there is a fire, this is gonna stop it from getting through, or at least give her more time to get out of the house. We've just finished drywalling the neighbor's side of the firewall. Now that we've done the drywall, we put our fire caulking on to stop any fire from breaking through this firewall. Derek? Once we're done the fire caulking, we're gonna insulate it with safe and sound insulation, put our Type-X fire code drywall on, continue caulking the outside of it, and walk away and continue on our next job.
Since we've opened up everything, I want to protect the wood, the existing sheathing, 2x4s, ceiling joists with a pink spray. It's going to make it mold resistant and fire resistant. It's just, why not?
We're upstairs in Kelly's room, and we're in the process of insulating the exterior walls. We want to make sure that when we close it up, she's got a nice warm bedroom.
It's natural for old homes to settle and shift and actually sag. But I'll tell you, when it comes to renovating or fixing them, it becomes a challenge because nothing's square or level. The ceiling in Kelly's room is out by about 3 inches. We're gonna fix that by using the laser level, which will give us a reference point throughout the room. We then sister new joists against the old ones using the laser to ensure they're perfectly level.
What's your number at?
What do you need?
13 3/8, and I have 13 3/8.
You check down here? Yeah, that's good. Right there, go for it. El perfecto.
Perfect.
I'm continuing with this bathroom remodeling. Majority of the plumbing stays intact. All I'm doing is just swapping the bathtub faucet with the new one, making changes to the copper lines here. The reason why I'm placing the tap faucet is because of the new technology that we have on the market. The current code requires that thermostatic valves should be temperature and pressure regulated. The previous unit didn't have that option, so it was very dangerous for the homeowner, especially if the kids are involved, to get scalded. With this unit, Ben especially will be protected because the unit actually does regulate the temperature and pressure. So when he turns on the hot, he's not going to get scalded. So for me, it's just literally a matter of putting this, wrapping this in, making sure it's good for the drywall and tiles, and then I'll come back at the very end to put a toilet, vanity, and a chrome finish.
Once we drywall, I'm going to use what we call air renew, and that's the name of the drywall. And the reason I call it air renew is because it renews the air. It will actually absorb VOCs or off-gassing that's inside the house. Now that's pretty cool, not to mention it's mold resistant.
How's it look, Derek? I'm good down here, man. I'm good over here.
Oh, yeah, this is totally my first time using this, eh?
Take your time.
No problem.
These new drywall guns we have, not only are they fun toys, but they make the job a hell of a lot easier. Rather than having to pick up the screws, load them on each time you screw in, these screws come on strips already attached to the gun, so you can just keep screwing all day. So Derek, can you start on that attic access? Me and Nikki will keep going on the drywall.
So I was able to cut this ceiling joist. It's not supporting any load. The only thing it supports is the weight of the ceiling. You can see this used to connect across here, and in between here and here was the way to get up. What I've done now is cut out the ceiling joist. We're gonna strap 2x4s on each end. By the time I get this in, we'll have a 24-inch by 32-inch opening. You'll be able to come up in the access, see what's going on in your space. The reason I'm doubling these up is just so we can get support. If somebody needs to get access and climb up here, they can put both their arms on here and just lift themselves up in case a firefighter has to come up here or something. It's nice and easy for them to climb up, nice and strong. Plus, when Mike wants to do pull-ups, he just comes over here and does some pull-ups, eh, Mike? Let's see what you got, Flex. All right, add some weights onto it. Oh, there's too much weight. Oh.
What's with this?
Long.
Mike's doing great on this one. This is probably his 4th job that he's been overseeing. You see the arms? Where's the beach? That's pretty solid muscle. He is the leader on this job when I'm not here, and he's paying attention. You're going slow.
Honestly, I get here.
I'd be done by now.
Well, I get here in the morning. I just say, Derek, I'm gonna go out for breakfast. Probably go shopping a little bit. I haven't got my hair cut in a while, but I go for a tan. Say, you know, when I come back, if this isn't done, I'm telling my dad, and then he usually hustles. So.
We're really starting to roll on this job. We got all the drywall up, mudding and sanding, finishing stages. In the bathroom, as always, we're using the Schluter system with Curdy board on the walls and Dieter membrane on the floor. This bathroom will be watertight, not to mention mold resistant. Now we can take a look at starting the tile.
The reason we've started at this height for our tiles is that we want a full tile at the top and hide our cuts at the bottom. We want our grout line to stay consistent around the tub. It's important to keep our cuts at the bottom because that edge might not be perfect. This is a sanded edge, so it's nice and a perfect edge. If we cut that with a wet saw or a grinder, there's most likely going to be a few chips, and when there's chips, we want to hide that tile against our floor tile. Pass me that clamp, Derek.
Clamp, Derek. Well, now they've created this new leveling system, which is brilliant. Before we used to use these spacers, space them in, you get your level, you hold on the wall, you're right tight, usually get mud on your face or something, which sucks. Now, we put these spacers in, I'll back butter my tile, set it in. We're gonna slide our leveling wedges in. I just snug them up. It's gonna pull whichever tile level with the other one, so we got a nice flush system. But I can see there's a little gap behind this tile, and you can actually see it rocks. So I'm just gonna have to go, and that's gonna even out both tiles, and that trued it up. And there's no movement in my wedge now. And even if you're unsure your first time using this system, you can go to the old way you used to do it, which is get your level all dirty. Check the level across, and it's perfect. It's flush all the way through.
Well, we didn't have all the mold that we expected in the attic space, but I'll tell you, we did have a lot of signs of moisture coming in, and with almost no insulation in that attic, a major amount of heat loss. Before we put in the insulation, we need to install baffles that will allow our attic to breathe and keep it from molding. What they do is provide channels for the air to enter into the attic from the soffit. Then the roof vents will give the air a place to exit, allowing for proper airflow. We're gonna put in about 15 inches of blown-in insulation. That'll give us about an R50, and will keep the home warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It will also save Kelly a lot of money in heating and air conditioning.
We were called in by Mike to reglaze this tub. Typically, when you're doing a full bathroom renovation, a lot of people choose to pull out a tub. In this particular case, the tub is smaller than a standard tub, so replacing it would have been a much bigger scope project involving moving walls and what have you. Bare bones of the tub are really good shape, so he's called us in to reglaze it and make it pure white and shiny and make it look like new. And now this is where the magic happens. My job is great because it's instant gratification, right? You clean it, and already it looks 100% better, and then you reglaze it, and it just has that wow factor, especially if you're changing the color of the tub. Like going from green to white is ridiculous.
Well, now that I have these railings off, you can see this is a pretty weak, it's just one 3/4 inch board. This is just a little too thin to put a railing on. You're not gonna get any structural support from it. So now I'm gonna pack it out with 2x4s. That'll be a good spot to put the railing. It'll be nice and secure. This 2x4 just gave it that much more strength. Once we attach our railing to this, if somebody leans into it, it won't fall over.
Right now we're looking at a recap stringer, nice solid surface for us to attach our pickets to. We're going to be putting an oak post at the front, screw it in nice and tight, nice and sturdy. And we're going to be running an oak rail up into the ceiling, and we're going to be using poplar pickets. Right at the bottom we're going to have another oak post half lapped on the tread. Everything will be nice and tight and shouldn't have any issues.
Right now I'm in Kelly's room just building her bookshelf. There's two ways I can go about building this shelf. One, I build it all on the ground and I set it in place, or I build it in boxes like I am, and have more workspace because I've got Nicole here doing baseboard, I got Craig painting around me, I got the plumbers in the bathroom, so I really have no space to build this full bookshelf all in one. So it makes it much easier doing it the way I'm doing it. What I'm doing is I'm taking 2 horizontal pieces, I'm sandwiching in 3 vertical pieces, and then I'm going to set this, once it's put together, I'm going to place it on top of here, screw and glue it together, and then I'm going to secure this whole unit to the wall.
From finding out it wasn't the mold that took Cara, I mean, that was a good thing. I mean, I think that gives peace of mind for Kelly and friends and family. At the same time, trying to finish the place according to Cara's wishes. This is why her and Kelly bought the house. The little extra things we do at the end, the carpet on the floor, the handrail, making sure that it's up to code. It's gonna feel good coming back in the home. It's gonna be clean. It's gonna be safe for the both of them.
Just the reduction of that stress because of the house is going to make an immediate difference to my well-being.
It looks beautiful.
I don't want to move for the next 40 years. The name Michael is associated with wings, really. I've actually been ruminating on the number of Michaels in my life and how much each of them have made such a massive impact. And now I'm getting so close to actually being able to drop a lot of the heaviness with losing the one person on earth that I loved the most.
A local furniture store has been generous enough to donate furniture for Ben and Kelly. Luckily, it's not assembled, so we're able to get it up the stairs because it's a little bit tight, but I think it's easy enough that we'll do it.
We've essentially finished the whole second floor, not to mention that firewall that separates the 2 houses, which for me is really important.
23 from the ceiling?
23 from the ceiling. Little things doing at the end. To me, pictures make, I mean, it's memories. If you do it right, you put them up on the wall, everyone feels it when you see it. Adding the 2 beds and the dressers, that's just little stuff to make Kelly and Ben feel good about the house. I think she's going to absolutely love it.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm extremely good.
I'm always good on these days. I've encouraged my guys today to wear this little orange ribbon, and it happens to be Cara's favorite color, and it's in remembrance of her. And what's great about this is having Kelly's family in today, Cara's family in today. Everyone's going to be here today, so it's really going to be a happy day. Thank God it didn't rain. We're done.
That's quite amazing.
You feel good?
Yeah, surreal and extraordinary and lots of things.
See anything different?
Oh, that is not my window.
Dominic did do this window
Whoa.
and Ben's window and a bathroom window.
Oh, fabulous.
So you did have 3 new windows.
Amazing.
Well, I brought in Steve, my roofer, and he checked out your roof. Your roof is fine, which is really good, which leads me into your neighbor's roof. I'm not allowed to touch their house without their permission. We tried. We did as much as we could. As a matter of fact, there's been no communication since you left, and that doesn't surprise me in the least. But Steve did do all new east troughs and downspouts throughout the house to control that water flow that we want.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
it. We're done.
Okay.
No, there's more?
I bet there is.
There's more.
I bet there is.
All right, come on. Let's go see it.
Fear is a funny thing because it basically sapped me of energy to live in this house after Cara died because of stuff that I thought might be wrong with this house. I was petrified. So I didn't have any control. And now I feel like I actually have control again.
I'd like to show you first the little things that we knew Cara were going to take care of. A proper rail. It's going to be nice and safe for you and Ben going up and downstairs, even a rail on the other side. So this now meets code, and new carpet going all the way up because we think we should do that.
This is wonderful. He's not going to go through these. Amazing.
All right, let's go upstairs.
Okay.
I can't wait to show you. Now, I know your big dream was to have a new bathroom.
This is beautiful. I love the tile. I love the shower curtain.
Colors?
Love it. I love it. This feels much, much bigger than it was.
For a little bathroom, this was I'd like to say, a whole lot of work, actually.
I bet it was.
Completely got it. Fixed the plumbing, fix the electrical. At the same time, making sure that underneath this tile is all the right products, mold resistant, watertight.
Oh, this is amazing. It feels like a more grown-up bathroom. I liked the lime. It was kind of quirky and fun. I like this better.
You think Cara would like this?
Yes, absolutely. The bathroom is phenomenal. The bathroom is my rest place where Ben is in bed and I can escape.
You want to see Ben's room?
I do.
All right, come on.
I'm very excited.
Little cute things. We saved it. No damage. It looks like we weren't even here.
He certainly did.
Now, we were thinking for Ben, we found some photos that were throughout the house, and I wanted to actually redo them, picture frame them, and put these two in here for Ben.
I would have chose those two.
You would have?
Oh, absolutely. Now that I know the house was not to blame for Cara's death, I think I'm going to find an extraordinary amount of peace.
It's your little piece of heaven.
Oh, I already like the color.
You like the color?
Oh. I was hoping you would do that.
Oh, that's my son. That's my son.
Jeez. This is absolutely gorgeous. And again, beautiful photography.
Now, this room feels bigger, doesn't it?
It does.
The window looks bigger.
It looks beautiful. The reason that we bought this house is that we banked on it being our dream house. And I didn't think that that was going to happen. But now that Mike and MJ and the crew stepped in so lovingly, it's a reality.
The last time you were here, this was all opened up and you called it an old barn. Since then, we built out the walls so you can get R20 of Roxel insulation. So that gives you a sound insulation, it gives you a fire insulation as well as an R20. The drywall is really important to me. It's not about the paint, it's not about the colors. This drywall is all air renew. What that does is not only is it completely mold resistant, which should be minimum code, period. It actually, for up to 75 years, will absorb VOCs, off gases.
Okay.
Because we want that to happen. There's a lot of products in the house, furniture, you name it, that off gases. And it's volatile organic compounds. So again, the more we put up this drywall that absorbs it,
right,
the less you're going to be breathing it. You know, up above this, firewall in between the two houses, completely separating, as well as about an R50 of insulation. So now you're going to see your monthly bill drop really big.
Fabulous.
Really big. So this is one of the reasons I'm here, right?
Right.
One
just
of the first reasons
back to
I
the
came
very,
in.
very first.
Simple closet. I'm gonna take a look. We put a little light here.
I can't wait to
And you can
find my
see the
stuff in
access,
here.
proper access.
Yeah, I wondered where you were gonna put that.
So my goal for you was to make sure that the house was safe, like Cara was going to do, for you and Ben. So 2 thumbs up.
Oh,
Cara would
I think we're both giving you 2 thumbs, and I think there's probably more people up there that are thumbing you up there. I feel like I can now make peace with this house because I love this house. But for a while, I was really angry with this house.
Okay, now we feel good?
Yeah.
Because I feel good.
I feel euphoric. Cara is dancing right now. I can absolutely guarantee that she is dancing because when we moved into this house, we talked about doing all of these things, and it is massive, the amount of work that he did. I am so happy. It's just a gift. It's an absolute gift.
You want a hug? Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Ben's room. You gonna show Grandma Ben's room?
These are the days that remind us why we do what we do. The family walking through, tears in their eyes, loving everything.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
That I like.
What do you think?
You're amazing. It's wonderful.
I'm glad you like it.
For more information about this show, please visit hgtv.ca.